What is good, guys? It's your girl SIMPLEFX, and I'm back with another YouTube drop to give you guys a little bit some more educational information so you guys can take that and flourish on your trading journeys. Okay, so last week was a super good week on US30. This was a trade that I took on US30 last week. As you can see, it was a very nice win, and then this one was a bigger win right here, and I will explain why I took this actual lot size on this exact same setup, and how why I took it, and how you guys could understand, you know, how you guys could do the same thing as well. So stay tuned to the end of the video so I can tell you guys how I was able to do that. All right, so real quick, let's get into this breakdown so you guys can see what I saw on US30 for last week. So this was the candle here. This was Thursday's candle for last week. So let's go swing on over to bar replay and look at the breakdown that I saw. Now, the good thing is I wasn't too much looking at US30 too much this week, but the setups were very clean. All right, if you can see here, the market were making lower lows and lower highs and moving down swiftly. Now, something that I noticed with US30 is that it can be a crafty pair. Sometimes it looks like it wants to do one thing and then it does the complete opposite. But the one constant that I noticed with US30 that I love about it is it repeats itself a lot of times. And if you're able to really hone in on those repetitive patterns, you can really predict what you think is going to happen. All right, so looking at US30 here, you'll see the market was making lower lows and lower highs, but this area right here is where I was really paying good attention to, right around that area there. Because you see here that price kind of tapped into this area 3 times before we began the descent to the downside. So price continued, began making lower lows and lower highs, and we had a resistance area sitting right around here. This orange line here was that 5 lot entry. So I'll explain that entry in a second. Now, price was making low lows and lower highs. Now, I had analyzed this pair the night before. So looking at where price was rejecting off this area here, I was looking for the sell. I didn't catch it though, because I think I was trading gold that morning. So I didn't catch it. And I caught this trade later on in the day. So I'll go into that in a second as well. Anyway, the market was testing this area, creating resistance. So obviously, naturally, it makes sense to look for the sell to the downside. However, if price broke above this area, I was looking for the strong buys, because we would have had a very nice break of structure here, which would have given us, you know, a lot of confirmation to look for the buy continuations if and when you get a retest as well. All right, and that's another thing. US30 doesn't always retest certain areas, especially when there's high volume in the area. I don't have my contacts on today because my eyes are bugging me, and now they're still bugging me even with my glasses on. Sorry, guys. So anyway, price is rejecting this area here. So essentially, you want to look for the sell, because it would make sense for price to come down to create, you know, a lower low in this opportunity here. However, because US30 is crafty, like for instance here, price pushed up right here, we pull back, and you would expect price to come deeper into this area. It did not do that. It stopped and completely reversed and continued pushing up bullish. So when you see stuff like that happening, like here, you have a big drop, not much of a pullback over here, a drop here, and then finally the market pushed here. So here you would expect the market to do the same thing. Push down, pull back, push down, pull back, push down, pull back, push down. Not too much that happened after that. As you can see, the market wicked out hard up in this area, and then it broke these lows and started coming to the downside. So let's drop down to the lower time frames to get an idea of what happened here. Now we see we have a really nice demand zone that's sitting right in this area here, and price started pushing. So one of the things that I look for, guys, is exhaustion areas. Exhaustion areas on US30 are excellent areas to either take entries or to place your stop loss in a safe place. I like to see when the market is trending, where is it going to kind of take a breather and give you signals that it's ready to go back the other way. So I missed this drop here. No big deal. That's fine. As the market continued moving here, what day is this? This was Thursday. So this was the move here. So what I need to do is go to the lower time frames, because obviously 30 is too high. let's go to the 15-minute. There we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. So on the 15-minute time frame, sometimes you'll see this on the 15, sometimes you'll see it on the, well, you'll always see it on the 5-minute, but 15-minute and sometimes on the 30. But if there's a lot of volume, it won't be as clear on the 30-minute as it is on the lower time frame. So the best time frames to look for these areas, guys, would be the 5-minute and sometimes the 15-minute. And that area is going to be your exhaustion areas right here, right? Where you see price kind of stop trending in the direction it's going in, and it starts giving you like rejection areas to the upside, to the downside. Those are excellent areas for me, because that tells me, A, if the market was trending down and it starts rejecting in a certain area, creates support, and then I see a bullish move that breaks the trend that it was going in, at that point, I'm waiting on the retest and bye-bye at that move, right? At that point. That's what happened here. Same thing happened here. Exact same thing happened here. The market was trending down, then it stopped, started creating exhaustion in that area. So what do? You want to mark off that area. Mark off the low and mark off the high. Get good at marking off the lows and the highs, guys, because that's what's going to help you identify your areas. If I pull this all the way across here, all I'm looking for is for price to break into close. Wait on your candle closures. I cannot stress that anymore, guys. If you don't wait on candle closures, you're going to get smacked left and right in the market, especially on a pair like US30. Okay, this move right here looks like it was ready to take off, but guess what? Did not happen. It wicked and came right on back down. Once you get your candle closure, that's when you want to look to take your entries. Now, whether or not you want to wait for your retest or whether or not you want to take the impulsive entry is up to you. That's how much, you know, what your trading style is, what your trading discipline is, and what your risk level is. It's up to you how often you want to do it, if you want to take impulsive entries or you want to wait on the retest. So anyway, I'm looking for price to two confirmations. I'm looking for a bullish closure above or a bearish closure below. That's it. At that point, that is all I'm waiting for to give me my my confirmation to take a trade. Okay, once I got my closure, weak closure here, I'm not looking to take a trade. Now, the high probability trade here, guys, is a sell. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's gonna be a sell because the market is already trending bearish. We created a resistance. Price made a high, a low, lower high, lower low. Makes sense to look for a sell, right? And we also have this demand sitting down here that we know price might sort of want to tap into. So these are all things that you want to keep in mind. So I really wasn't looking for the buys here, only because price had done this and we rejected this area. We wicked up in this area and closed below, back inside this range again. So we're still in a consolidation area here, an exhaustion area. I still want to wait. We got a closure below my area here, but it was a weak closure. All right, so I want to see something stronger or wait for a candle to close below this area here and then give me my sell. But another thing is I'm taking a sell at a low and I'm very close to a demand. So if price had continued down here, I don't think I would have taken this trade. I wouldn't have been comfortable taking it. And not only that, it was kind of later in the day. So I wanted to take, you know, a more higher probability trade because we're too close. I would have preferred the buys only because I know that we have a big drop and we should anticipate some sort of a pullback, number one. And number two, for the sells, the risk to reward for the sell, for the buy was better for me than the sell. All right, even though the trend was pressing down bearish and the sell is a higher probability setup. All right, so the market started playing around here and finally we got to close. Finally, we got to close above this area. This blue line here was one of my first entries. All right, right around this area here. If I go back here, yeah, so 33344, 33354, 47895, and then 405 after that. All right, so price closed above inside this area, and I think once price broke that high, that's when I went ahead and took a buy. I wasn't in too much drawdown, but yeah, I remember the market was playing around a little bit. I think it was this candle that I entered on. Yeah, it was around 2. This candle that I entered on, and it started kind of playing around a little bit before it actually started pushing. So I wanted to see price break the high of this wick. Now, it would have been nice to get a pullback because I would have gave me a better risk to reward. I could have put my trade idea something like this. Stops below these lows and then take profit at these highs or right around that area. That would have been a better trade for me, honestly. But because I was anticipating the last part of this video that I'm going to talk to you guys about, I really didn't see that happening. As long as price stayed above this black line here, we were good for the buys. Okay, the pullback never came. Pullback never came. It pushed up and then it just continued flying after that. All right, once we were in some good profit here, price was approaching these highs right here, right around this area here. And again, once price was above this area, I was looking for buys to continue. Now this orange line here, where you guys see me take my entry and why I entered at such a larger lot than the rest of these, was because of the secret strategy. All right. The strategy that I've been teaching several of the members of my group that have been taking this, that have been trading this pair, I went ahead and entered it off that. And that strategy, guys, it has a very high win rate. And I was like, you know what? I'm already in profit on these other setups. Forget it. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take it up. I was already up on the week anyway. So even if it had gone into drawdown or I would have closed out at a loss, it wouldn't have been as bad because I was still up on the week. So it was a high risk trade, but on my part because of the lots that I was using, but I was super confident about it because the strategy had been hitting so well for the week. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just, risk it for the biscuit and just go for it. And the market went ahead and took off. It took off and it was a very, very nice win for myself and for my members of that group. And that was a nice setup. It was a nice setup. The only thing I didn't like about it was that the market never pulled back. So it was a good thing that it didn't because it had us in profit all that time. But at the same time, I'm a creature of habit when it comes to waiting on pullbacks. So the fact that I never got that pullback was a little disappointing because it would have gave me a little bit more confidence to like, okay, now we're ready to go, ready to fly. But it did not give us that. So anyway, that was the trade, and that was a massive move. It was a massive move, and the trade actually went ahead to hit take profit 1, take profit 2, and so on and so forth. And that was a very successful day, successful trade. So all I was looking for, guys, I missed out on the sells here. All I was looking for was price to create some sort of resistance for price to continue bearish. And I probably would have gauged what the risk to reward would have been to take a sell. Like I said, probably wouldn't have taken it because we have this demand that's so close to this area here. And because it's later in the day, price was wicky, you never really know what that's going to do. But because we had this big drop, I knew a retracement had to happen. The exhaustion started forming here, and then we had such a strong close here. It was too many confirmations to not take that trade. So that's pretty much what the setup was, guys. That was the only setup that I took on US30. Would have been super nice to catch more, but that was that. I had taken another trade. Actually, I lied. That wasn't the only trade. I had taken another trade on US30 here at this setup here, but I didn't hold it. I think it was this candle that I entered after price broke, but around here, like, I don't know, for some reason I wasn't sure about price breaking because as you can see, we wicked up and then we came down and then the market pulled back, retested, because right after I closed out, it actually did go into profit. But I wasn't too mad about it because I wasn't sure about it. I just wasn't sure about the trade. Even though the same thing happened here, as you can see, the market dropped, exhaustion, and then pushed up. Drop, exhaustion, and then it pushed up. So the same thing happened. I ended up catching the same setup that I caught here. This time I actually had the confidence to hold it, and this one I did not. So it happens, sometimes you see the same setups, but you don't have the same, confidence in the setups or in your ability to hold trades. And with US30, it's tricky at times. So you want to, pick your battles basically when you're trading these pairs. But other than that, that was it. That was a super nice trade. It was a very nice week last week. I'm looking forward to an even better week this week. We have a little bit of news this week, but I'm not too worried about it because I don't trade news anyway. So whatever happens, happens. I'm just looking for the market to correct itself and then look for my setups. All right, guys. So that's it for this video. That was the trade that I caught on US30. Watch this video over. Be sure to wait on your confirmations. Be sure to wait on your candle closures. Look to take a trade, when you're confident enough to take it. And if you're not so sure, just wait or lower your lot size. If you feel that itch where you just got to be in a trade and you can't help yourself and you see the setup and you feel so confident about it, lower your risk. That's all you got to do. That way you can feel like you have some skin in the game and you're not missing out on it completely. All right, guys. So that's it for my video for today. I wish you all a very successful upcoming trading week. Hit me up on Instagram, as you can see at the bottom of this video. My broker link is right there at the bottom as well. Go ahead and sign up. I'm thinking about doing a very big giveaway. I'm thinking about giving away a 20K live account to one of my loyal subscribers on YouTube. And I think I'm just gonna do it for YouTube. Instagram is great. Love my Instagram followers. You guys are awesome. But my my YouTube following is what I really wanna grow and wanna hone in on and really, you know, go crazy with, because Instagram has been kind of on cruise control and YouTube kind of has been kind of plateauing lately. So I really want to give my channel a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost to kind of get things going again. So I think I'm going to go crazy with some videos in the next coming months and go and do some big giveaways to get you guys excited about trading and stuff like that, right? So thanks you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. Appreciate all the love and support that I get from you guys. And look out for some more videos dropping for next week. I do have some day in the life vlogs that are coming out as well, and some more motivational stuff to keep you guys positive, keep you guys motivated, and looking forward to leveling up your trading. All right, guys. Other than that, it's your girl, SIMPLEFX, your favorite female trader, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace and love. I'm out.